Bastion has some of the highest damage of any defensive hero in Overwatch, and he's a brutal force on the battlefield. Today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to dominate as Bastion and deal with the threats that come your way. The Omnic War Machine uses a combination of his powerful arsenal and transformation abilities to strip enemies of their health and win the day for his team. Initially armed with a built-in SMG, Bastion can deal decent damage at close and medium range. While our robotic hero runs at the same speed as most of the cast, he typically does to find a good spot to reconfigure from his recon mode to his devastating sentry mode. It takes a second to transform from recon to sentry, and it only takes half the time to do the opposite. The revolving Bastion player must reconfigure and move often to keep enemies guessing and throw off their attempts to counter. Once in sentry mode, Bastion becomes the highest DPS character in the game, dealing a whopping 600 damage per second at maximum. Although immobile in this mode, he can rip apart shields and heroes alike. Both his arm cannon and sentry mode are known as hit scan weapons, meaning the shots are instantaneous with zero travel time, similar to Soldier 76 and McCree. Like most, Bastion can take advantage of the extra damage from headshots, but his extreme damage in sentry mode can make pinpoint accuracy less essential. Pair him up with Reinhardt for additional protection. You can even add a Zenyatta or Mercy to amp up damage and go to town. If Bastion gets damaged, he doesn't have to rely on a support to get back into tip-top condition. He can use self-repair in both configurations to quickly repair himself, healing roughly a quarter of his health per second. Pop back into recon mode to find a safe spot to self-repair and then get back into the fight quickly. Once he charges his ultimate, Bastion shows up, he's a triple changer, enough to make Michael Bay jealous. Transforming into a mobile tank, he can drive and fire large cannonballs that have the same spread as Junkrat's grenades, but deal far more damage. He can kill 200 health heroes in a single shot, and can not only move at his normal recon speed, but can also jump to throw off predictability. Activating tank mode refills his health bar, grants him additional armor, and lasts for 8 seconds. Try to go for lower health heroes like supports and offense to make the most impact. Sitting in the forest for decades hasn't been kind to our Bastion unit, and as such has a few weaknesses beyond his R2-D2 communication style. While in recon mode, Bastion has a very large hitbox, benefiting enemies with mediocre aim. The SMG, while decent, is also fairly average and unfortunately ties Torb and Zenyatta for slowest reload speed. Try to use it for repositioning and repairs only. Self-repair does wonders, but it needs to be noted that if Bastion takes any damage, the healing will be interrupted. This once again focuses the need to reposition with recon mode to properly recover. The largest threat to Bastion is likely a clever Genji player. If surprised with a reflecting Genji in sentry mode, try to either wait for his reflect to end or take the moment to switch to recon mode to get out of there while blasting him down with your superior health and armor. Keep aware of heroes that can peek around corners with powerful shots such as Pharah, Widowmaker, and Hanzo that have the capability of taking you out quickly while avoiding your fire. While in sentry mode, our standard Bastion player is prone to lob Junkrat grenades and take note of the blue glowing area in the back of the turret. This represents Bastion's headshot hitbox, causing him to take double damage if snuck up on. A Tracer can take great advantage of this, so be aware. During his ultimate, be aware of characters like Roadhog who can interrupt you and kill you instantly. Roadhog and the like can do this while you are in sentry mode as well, so prioritize those targets that can put an end to your reign of terror. There is little more scary in the game of Overwatch than a surprise Bastion. To that effect, one of the tricks you can try in tank mode is to bomb jump. Aim towards the floor and jump, firing into the ground will cause Bastion to basically rocket jump in the direction he is moving, a greater distance and height. Weigh your options for getting into safe positions for sentry mode. Keeping your back to a wall can protect him from headshots, but at the same time is a great spot for Junkrat to spam grenades. Whittle down Reinhardt shields whenever a softer target isn't exposed, and this could cause the enemy team to regroup or run for cover. Whenever Bastion reconfigures modes, he instantly reloads all his ammo. Transforming from recon to sentry mode will actually take less time to reload his SMG, so keep that in mind. It's also interesting to note that Bastion can reconfigure in the air, landing in sentry mode ready to rip into health bars. Work with Mei and her Ice Wall to get up to high areas to perch in sentry mode quickly. Granted, Bastion naturally fills his role well while on defense, but pairing with Reinhardt during attack on top of the payload can be a classic strategy, while Mercy boosts your damage from the rear. Bastion is the most devastating defense character an enemy can face, but now I want to hear your tips for him in the comments below. This has been Andrew from Curse saying thanks for watching and enjoy the game.